What's up, everybody? It's Goose. I'm getting ready to sell the pigs today, so I'm gonna cover the pen I have them in. It's just a single strand hot wire. These are kunekune pigs, two females. These are my sows, and they're getting ready to leave the farm today. So I'm gonna show y'all this pen, 'cause I'll probably take it down later today. I just came to this tree and screwed in an insulator, and I came over to this. There's already a pen over here, as you can see. There's a goat pen over here. This is my first electric pen I put up. But I just took my extra wire and I wrapped it around there. You want to wrap it around there at least 10 times. You want to get a good connection. Make sure you have plenty of metal on metal touching, which the steel filaments in this wire aren't fully exposed, so that's why you want to wrap it so much. If you just got aluminum wire or the steel wire, I guess you don't have to wrap it that much. But with this poly braid with so little steel exposed, you wanna wrap it some extra times. So I just wrapped it around there 10-15 times and tied it at the end. This corner, you can see where the slack is. I'm not gonna touch it, it's hot. These pins work good. The only downside is on the back side of the pin, where there's 7 wires. The first wire is like 4 inches off the ground, and as you can see, they push a lot of debris in there, which isn't a big deal because I have a strong enough energizer. That's why I recommend having an energizer 5 or 10 times stronger than what you need. One I have is overkill over here. It's a 150 mile energizer, I believe, and I'm only running like 1.5 miles on it maybe, but I'm using this low quality wire from Tractor Supply, so it doesn't carry that good of a charge. So I need that good of an energizer. If I had my good wire here, if I had my PowerFlex poly braid, I could get away with a lot smaller energizer, but with this cheap wire, I really actually need an energizer like that. If I put better wire over here, I could downsize my energizer, but I like having overkill anyway, because you never know how much stuff the pigs are going to push in your fence and how many limbs will fall on your fence in a storm. So I like to make sure I have enough power. But all the way around this back side, it's the 7 wires, which clearly I don't need, but all the way around they're pushing stuff into that bottom wire. Which after I sell them, I'll come in here and clean all this stuff off the wire and take this pin down. And I come in here and check it every few days. If they got anything real big pushed into the fence, I'll get rid of it. But them leaves and stuff, I don't worry too much about them. They're not gonna kill my fence. As you can see, they go all the way around doing this. I mean, this bottom wire is about buried. You can see the trail. They just went all the way around about a foot away from this fence and rooted it up. And here's the other place I connected, which I just went into a tree with the insulator again. This time I actually, I just didn't want to cut the wire. I just ran it down this other fence, right along that other wire, all the way to this T-post. I guess you want to get a decent post to hold it. Oh, I went to the next T-post. But I just did that so I wouldn't have to cut my wire. And I just did the same thing as on the other side. I wrapped it around the wire multiple times and tied it to it. And on this single strand, I went about a foot off the ground. You want to go about nose level with your pigs. Most of the time you don't have to worry about them going over it. The only way they're going to go over it is if you put it really low, like 4 inches. I've done it before trying to keep piglets in, and my pig accidentally stepped over it. She didn't even know, she just walked over it trying to get food. Yeah, don't put it that low. But usually you just have to worry about them going under it. And I know I'm kind of contradicting myself right now, but as long as you don't put it super low, they're not going to go over it. But you need to more worry about them going under it. My boar had got out a few times when he was younger, and that's what he was doing. He was going under the wire. My sows couldn't; they were bigger. My boar was young, but he was going under the wires. So about nose level. Don't put it real low to the ground. And the way you can tell if they can get under it, find out how tall your pig is laying down, and make sure your wire is a little bit lower than that anyway. I can't tell you a real height because it depends on your pig. These kunekunes are pretty short. They're only about 2 foot tall. But I went about a foot, and tape measures aren't that convenient for doing this, so I actually just found a stick and broke it to the height I wanted, and I went around with the stick and a drill and put these insulators all at the same height, which this isn't the stick I used, but that's what I did. It's easier than a tape measure. Lighter, it doesn't bend and stuff. First time I actually thought of that, it worked out well. I'm gonna keep doing that method. But I just went through the woods, and after I did this, I did go around and clear beneath the hot wire. But you can see there's stuff all over this fence, which it's fine. These little trees and stuff, the fence will actually kill those over time. I made a little shelter. This is a temporary shelter. It just needed it for a few weeks, so I didn't worry about making it nice or nothing. I just made it good enough. It seems small, but they like to sleep on top of each other, so it's been fine. They like it, huh, girl? They're still begging for food. I don't think I'm gonna give them any though. Not until Ben gets here to load them up and take them. I'll wait to feed them. It'll make it easier to load them up. We'll see how that goes. But, back to the fence. I think I got a little high over here. I was looking at this yesterday. It's a little high, but they've only been in here for a little over a week, and they're leaving today, so I'm not worried about it. Just insulators screwed into the trees all the way around. And then on this outside, I put T-posts up. Put 3 T-posts in the front, and that's about it. Got them a pile of hay in there. Make sure to keep them some hay in there, since I don't feed them that much grain. And there's their water trough. Pigs always get their water dirty. That's just how it is. Go rooting around in mud, then they want to stick their nose in the water trough. Goofy pigs, they just don't care. You can't even see this wire over these leaves. That's why I like my Power Flex poly braid wire. It's a lot more visible than this stuff. It's about 4 times thicker too. And this is the look at her, all that dirt on your nose. What are you doing? But this is back where I started. And that's my fence, just one single strand of hot wire, which the key is to have your pigs trained before you let them loose in there, because if they don't know what hot wire is and you put them in here, it's not going to work. They're going to run right through it. And once they run right through it, they know that they can do that, and there's a good chance you'll never contain them again, with hot wire anyway. So make sure you train your animals before you put them in the hot wire. If not, it's not going to work. And by training, I mean put them in a real pen fence, cattle fence, whatever, and then put hot wire inside of that fence. So then they get the chance to learn what hot wire is without having the opportunity to run through it. So make sure you train your animals, or it's not going to work out. But that's it for now. Goose out.